Shut up and sit down.
Hey, Joel here from Ronin. Today I wanted to show you some of the details about how we're building our FD Engine Swap Subframes. This is the actual fixture we're using. We've got everything locked down, positioned just exactly where the factory bores are. But first and foremost, if you just want to zoom in there and pause and take a look at some of those welds, this is laser cut parts. They're 100% TIG welded, made right here in the USA. And we know these are pretty special vehicles and they deserve something pretty special. We'll put our build quality up against anybody. So one of the key things about build quality is suspension geometry. We know that the folks have had issues. We're doing the entire replacement subframe. So the spacing between the two control arm positions has to be dead nuts right. The geometry, there's actually a height difference in the factory chassis between the front position and the rear position. When we first built this, we did everything based upon some scans and measurements on the bottom of the car. When we built our first prototype subframe, we said, you know what? We could make that just a little bit better. A lot of people would stop and say it bolted up. Not us. We wanted to make it perfect. So we rebuilt the fixture entirely in order to make this as good as we possibly could. So the next piece on suspension geometry is give me a quick sight line right down those bores, comparing how that lands. It is just dead nuts perfect. Everything is in line, nothing's gonna bind. Factory eccentric bolt style, so nothing crazy going on there. You will not slip this eccentric bolt. The amount of weld we put into those things, it's just plain solid. Next thing on the subframe is we're using a large diameter cross tube. It's full 2 inches up front. Helps with torsional resistance. But the back pieces are square, much easier to build off of. One of the things that's a little bit unique about this subframe is that we made this to handle several different engines. So yes, we're known for LS engines, and we offer mounts that can weld in just like that. Watch this. It just drops in right exactly where it's supposed to go. However, you can choose to mount these any different positions. Just carve off a little tab wherever it needs to be. We have guys running this with 1 JZs, 2 JZs, 20 Bs, and at least 2 full rotors I know of. Really looking forward to seeing what those guys come up with. So the last piece that makes this all work for a variety of engines is that our steering rack mounts. These guys are indexed in place to drop the rack by about 1 inch. That's about what you need on an LS motor, but it's also really handy for guys with tall blocks like the 2JZ. So for folks who might argue, oh my God, the Mazda steering rack placement is sacred. It's not. The factory subframe exhibits a great deal of bump steer. And we offer a kit that corrects that very, very well. So like we said, these are incredibly special vehicles. They deserve an incredibly special product, and we're hoping we're providing that right here.
Shut up and